The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark.
Glory to you, O Lord.
When Jesus had crossed again in the boat to the other side, a large crowd gathered around him, and he stayed close to the sea. One of the synagogue officials, named Jairus, came forward. Seeing him, he fell at his feet and pleaded earnestly with him, saying, "My daughter is at the point of death. Please come lay your hands on her, that she may get well and live." He went off with him, and a large crowd followed him. There was a woman afflicted with hemorrhages for 12 years. She had suffered greatly at the hands of many doctors and had spent all that she had. Yet she was not helped, but only grew worse. She had heard about Jesus and came up behind him in the crowd and touched his cloak. She said, "If I but touch his clothes, I shall be cured." Immediately her flow of blood dried up. She felt in her body, and she was healed of her affliction. Jesus, aware at once that power had gone out from him, turned around in the crowd and asked, "Who has touched my clothes?" But his disciples said to him, "You see how the crowd is pressing upon you, and yet you ask, 'Who touched me?'" And he looked around to see who had done it. The woman, realizing what had happened to her, approached in fear and trembling. She fell down before Jesus and told him the whole truth. He said to her, "Daughter, your faith has saved you. Go in peace and be cured of your affliction." While he was still speaking, people from the synagogue official's house arrived and said, "Your daughter has died. Why trouble the teacher any longer?" Disregarding the message that was reported, Jesus said to the synagogue official, "Do not be afraid, just have faith." He did not allow anyone to accompany him inside except Peter, James, and John, the brothers of James. When they arrived at the house of the synagogue official, he caught sight of a commotion, people weeping and wailing loudly. So he went in and said to them, "Why this commotion and weeping? The child is not dead, but asleep." And they ridiculed him. Then he put them all out. He took along the child's father and mother and those who were with him, and entered the room where the child was. He took the child by the hand and said to her, "Talitha cum," which means, "Little girl, I say to you, arise." The girl, a child of 12, arose immediately and walked around. At that, they were utterly astounded. He gave strict orders that no one should know this, and said that she should be given something to eat. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Please be seated.
Mayroong mga pagkakataon sa buhay ng tao na kahit gaanong ka-stable ang ating buhay, darating ang pagkakataon na tayo'y mangangailangan, na tayo'y hihingi ng tulong mula sa iba. Ito ay nagpapatunay lamang na hindi sapat ang ating sariling kakayanan, hindi sapat ang kung anong mayroon tayo, sapagkat mayroon pang ibang nilalang na mas makapangyarihan, mas maimpluwensya, mas mayaman ikumpara sa atin. At dahil dito, pag tayo nahaharap sa matinding pagsubok, tayo'y makikiawa, tayo'y makikiusap, tulungan mo ako. Ito ang tagpo sa ating ebanghelyo. Mahirap man o mayaman, darating ang pagkakataon na tayo'y makikiusap at hihingi ng tulong sa ibang tao at higit sa lahat ng tulong mula sa Panginoong Diyos. Si Jairus ay may maimpluwensyang tao, synagogue official. Meron siyang kapangyarihan, meron siyang pwedeng gawin. Ngunit sa pagkakataong ito, hindi niya kayang pagalingin ang kanyang anak. Kailangan niyang humingi ng tulong. Kailangan niyang magpakumbaba. Kailangan niyang manikluhod sa ating Panginoong Hesus. Kailangan niyang lunukin ang kaniyang kayabangan sapagkat alam niya hindi uubra ang kaniyang katayuan sa lipunan para maligtas ang buhay ng kaniyang anak. At ang isang taong makakagawa nito ay walang iba kundi ang Panginoong Hesus. Sa kabilang dako naman, yung babaeng nagkakasakit ng hemorrhages for 12 years na hindi naman sikat, siguro'y hindi rin mayaman, ngunit hindi rin gumagaling sa kanyang karamdaman. At alam niya rin na kailangan niyang humingi ng tulong mula sa ating Panginoon. At ang kanilang kahilingan ay ipinagkaloob ng ating Panginoong Hesus. Yung babae ay gumaling, ang anak ni Jairus ay nabuhay. Ito'y nagpapatunay lamang na pag tayo'y tapat sa ating mithiin, sa ating kahilingan, sa ating mga dasal, lahat naman ay alam ng Diyos ang ating pinagdadaanan. Lahat naman ay alam ng Diyos kung kailan niya ipagkakaloob ang ating mga dasal. Magkaroon lamang tayo ng tiwala, pananampalataya na ito'y ipagkakaloob sa atin. Imagine, the person of Jairus, he has to beg na siguro hindi niya nagawa sa buong buhay niya. Kailangan niyang magpakumbaba, manikluhod sa harap ng maraming tao, sapagat maraming taong sumusunod kay Jesus para lamang sa kapakanan ng kanyang mahal sa buhay. Yung babae, 12 years, naubos na ang lahat ng kanyang kayamanan, ng kanyang pera, kundi hindi pa rin siya gumaling. Ganon din ang takbo ng buhay ng bawat isa sa atin. Huwag tayong masyadong kampante na malusog tayo ngayon, o mayaman tayo, o marami tayong koneksyon sa buhay. Darating at darating ang pagkakataon ng lahat ng ito ay mawawala. Lahat ito ay maging walang silbi. At ang ating lamang magiging takbuhan ay ang Panginoon Diyos. Ang lahat na hindi magagawa ng tao, ang lahat na hindi magagawa ng ating koneksyon at ng ating kayamanan, Diyos lamang ang makakagawa. Kaya nga't maraming kwento, lalong-lalo na dito sa Dambana ng Birhen ng Santo Rosario ng Manawag. Mga napagaling sa kanilang karamdaman, mga nabigyan ng kanilang kahilingan. Ito'y sa kadahilan ng naging tapat tayo sa ating kahilingan sa Panginoon Diyos. Naging mapagpakumbaba tayo sa harapan ng Diyos. Sapagkat ang puso magpakumbaba ay siyang kalugod-lugod sa harapan ng Panginoon. At pag alam natin na sadyang Kanyang ipagbibigay ang ating kahilingan, alam natin na darating ang araw na ito ay mapapasa atin. Kaya tularan natin ang halimbawa ng dalawang taong nabanggit sa ating ebanghelyo. Isang mayaman isang mahirap, ngunit nagtiwala. Nagtiwala na ang grasya ng Diyos ay magiging sapat para sa kanila. Nawa ay matuto tayong magpakumbaba, matuto tayong magtiwala sa grasya ng Diyos. Lahat ay Kanyang ipagkakaloob sa tamang oras, basta tayo'y magtiwala sa Kanya.